Hello, Asian American Studies, class of 2020. Congratulations. I'm Professor Yune Shrek, Chair of the Asian American Studies Department at CSUN. On behalf of the department, I extend my deepest congratulations to you and your families. You are the graduating class of 2020 on the 30th anniversary of our department. Isn't it so special? Asian American Studies Department was born out of struggle, of love, of dedication by students like you, faculty, administrators, community supporters. 2020 graduates, I want you to know that you are the part of that important legacy of our struggle. 2020 graduates, you have made an indelible mark on your professors, your peers, and the community of CSUN at large. We can't wait to see how you will go and help make the world a better place. To be there for our Asian Pacific American communities so in need of your expertise and your skills. As a major, double major, and minor in Asian American Studies, you now have the tools necessary to impact change and uplift our communities. The world needs your great minds, your passion, and your dedication to social justice. I wish we could be together in person to honor your accomplishments and to give you the send-off you deserve. We have prepared a special program today that reflects how proud we are of you and how much you mean to us. Today, we not only honor the CSUN graduating class of 2020, we also honor our student awardees, the department's 30th anniversary, and the retirement of beloved Dr. Laura Uba, who will be retiring after her 34 long years of service to CSUN. Now, I'd like to present to you Dr. Teresa Williams-Leon, the first tenure-track hire of the department. An esteemed senior faculty member and pioneer in multiracial identity studies, Dr. Williams-Leon has been inspiring so many students in our department for the last 24 years. She'll be sharing some remarks about the beginning of our department and Dr. Laura Uba.
Hello, I'm Teresa Williams-Leon, Professor of Asian American Studies and Central American Studies. This year, 2020, marks a special year for CSUN's Asian American Studies. We celebrate our 30th year as a department. As you all know, our department is the second Asian American Studies department in the nation, second only to San Francisco State, home of the Third World Student Strike, which gave birth to ethnic studies 51 years ago. The same fury, rage, and passion for social justice we are painfully witnessing across America's cities right at this moment to right systemic wrongs and to hear and express the voices of the unheard are also what motivated students, faculty, and administrators to bring about Asian American Studies at CSUN. I would like to acknowledge those who were critical in establishing our department 3 decades ago. Let me start with our founders, pioneers, and trailblazers. Dr. Laura Uba. She taught the first classes in the mid-1980s on Asian Americans before there was a department and was part of the ad hoc committee to establish Asian American Studies. More on that later. Dr. Gordon Nakagawa. He also played a vital role at the early stages to bring about the department. If it were not for Dr. Nakagawa, we would not have the racism critical thinking classes. He worked tirelessly with other ethnic studies departments as we received fierce pushback from other traditional disciplines about teaching critical thinking in ethnic studies. He also initiated the first mentoring program at CSUN, including mentoring on the run and peer mentoring with EOP. Dr. George Uba. Dr. George Uba was at the forefront of helping to lay the groundwork for what would become the department. Dr. Uba taught the first Asian American literature courses at CSUN, and also he taught us the joy of dancing, poetry in motion. He served as our first interim chair among a string of interims to follow. CSUN alum, Tony Osumi. Tony took the first course Dr. Laura Uba taught on Asian Americans and went on to pursue graduate studies in Asian American Studies. He is a K-12 educator today with a deep commitment to social justice, a tradition we cherish here at CSUN's Asian American Studies. Former student and distinguished alum Gary Maeda. He is the current national president of the Japanese American Citizens League. He was key in galvanizing students and the campus for creating Asian American Studies back in the 1980s. If it were not for the passion and commitment of former students like Gary Maeda to push and inspire faculty and administrators, we would not have a department today. Dr. Bob Suzuki, then provost, took the foundational work that faculty and students had already laid out and with the stroke of a pen gave CSUN a parting gift by creating the Asian American Studies Department, as he went on to become president of Cal Poly Pomona. This was not without controversy. However, this bold gesture of administrative might and power that Dr. Suzuki exercised concretized and institutionalized the hard work and dedication of faculty and students alike in establishing our department. Dr. Kenyon Chan. He is the first chair of our department and was brought on board in 1990. Dr. Chan took this bare bones department with no faculty and no classes and developed a minor. And then, with his colleagues and supportive allies, he spearheaded a major and double major BA program in 1997. He went on to serve as Chancellor of the University of Washington and as past president of the National Association for Asian American Studies. He is the one who taught us, who shared with us, who nurtured us, and said that there is no division between the university and our communities, especially as a working class institution like CSUN that serves first-generation students of color. He has reminded us that our communities are right here on our campus. Professor Glenn Omatsu. Professor Omatsu arrived at CSUN from UCLA in 1995 and immediately began strengthening our ties with EOP. Professor Omatsu is not only a pioneer here at CSUN, but he is one of the founders and pioneers of our field itself, Asian American Studies. Professor Alan Aquino. Professor Aquino is a proud alum of CSUN. He is the first Asian American Studies major when there was no major or a department. He took the first class that Dr. Kenyon Chan had ever taught at CSUN, and with Dr. Chan's guidance, created his own BA major in Asian American Studies, paving the way for future Asian American Studies majors and minors. We would go on to hire Dr. Enrique de la Cruz to serve as the post Dr. Kenyon Chan, post Dr. George Uba department chair. Dr. de la Cruz helped to grow our department in the 2000s. We would be remiss if we did not recognize Dr. Shirley Hune, another special guest here with us, a founder of our field, Asian American Studies. She has served as past president for the National Association for Asian American Studies and is one of a handful of Asian American women who rose to the ranks of upper university administration, helping to create other Asian American studies programs and departments across the nation. She has been mentoring and nurturing generations of scholars and educators in Asian American studies, including many of us here in our department, like our very own Dr. Edith Chen. These founders and pioneers are the giants' shoulders that we all stand on. For without their foresight and their commitment to fulfilling the promise of Asian American studies, none of us would be here today. To our pioneers and founders, please accept our deepest gratitude and the debt we owe all of you. How we repay you is to carry on the work of Asian American studies, of social justice, and to continue fulfilling the promise of Asian American studies and ethnic studies. Next, we would like to acknowledge our longtime supporters, allies, and friends who have stood with us along the way. The late Jose Luis Vargas, Director of EOP, Shiva Parsa, Interim Dean Jackie Stalcup of the College of Humanities, Provost Mary Beth Walker, former Provost and Professor of English, Dr. Harry Hellenbrand, former Deans, Dr. Jorge Garcia and Dr. Elizabeth Say, former chairs from outside of our department, Dr. Juana Mora and Dr. Sandra Stanley, Dr. William Watkins, Vice President of Student Affairs and Dean of Students, and finally, our partners in social justice and resistance, Africana Studies, American Indian Studies, Central American Studies, Chicano Studies, Gender Women's Studies, and Queer Studies. From the deepest recesses of our heart and soul, we thank you. And now, for our special program, we honor Dr. Laura Uba on this day as we also celebrate our graduates who embark on their new journey. We simultaneously commemorate our department's 30th anniversary and the retirement of our last founding member of the department. Dr. Laura Uba has taught the first classes on Asian Americans here at CSUN before there was a department. Not only is Dr. Uba a pioneer here at CSUN, but she has also broken so many grounds in the field of Asian American psychology. For her trailblazing work, Dr. Uba won the Preeminent Scholarly Publications Award at CSUN in 2006. As we all like to say here in the department, Dr. Laura Uba literally wrote the books on Asian American psychology. In 2016, the Academic Achievement Award was renamed the Laura Uba Academic Achievement Award to honor her deep dedication to students and her adherence to scholarly excellence. The 2020 graduates were the last cohort to have the privilege and honor to take courses from Dr. Uba. Dr. Laura Uba is adored, respected, and feared all at once by students and faculty alike. She is a no-nonsense professor with a heart of gold and her own unique sense of humor. I could go on and on about how awesome Dr. Uba is and how much we owe her and all of our founders a great debt of gratitude for the gift of our department. With love, with respect, and with our utmost appreciation, I introduce one of CSUN's newest Emeritus Professors, Dr. Laura Uba. And now the special programming.
Hey, Laura.
Hi, Maya.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley, and I just graduated with my BA in Political Science and a minor in Asian American Studies.
My name is Tony Osumi, and I'm a graduate from CSUN in this class of 1991. It's been a while. Let me show my shirt I wanted to wear today. Anyways,
Alan Aquino here, and I'm happy to share some memories and reflections on our beloved colleague, Dr. Laura Uba.
I think my first impression of Dr. Uba was pretty much like everyone else's. She's very intimidating. I think it's just because she just has this aura of confidence all around her.
Dear Dr. Uba, so we hear you're retiring so soon? This is Gary Maeda with my stay-at-home hair.
Hey Dr. Uba, congrats on retirement. I just wanted to thank you for being an awesome professor in my 151 and 210 class.
Fall of '89, it was anthropology department at that time, anthropology 344, Asian Americans in America. That class put me in the direction to move into Asian American Studies for a master's at UCLA and really kind of opened my eyes to the history, really planted a lot of seeds in my life.
She started immediately when class was in session, and she ended immediately again when class was ending. So I thought that she doesn't waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
And that you're going to learn something from her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I thought was really admirable for a professor, because sometimes you just see that professors don't care, but she really did care.
Yeah. She's ready to teach. She's ready to teach you something, to educate you, you know?
And I also wanted to thank you for inspiring me to declare my double major.
What I remember most about Dr. Uba's classes, aside from the wellspring of knowledge her classes provide, is her engaging personality.
I just wanted to thank Dr. Uba for everything she's taught me. Growing up through elementary school, middle school, high school, I was never really taught much about Asian Americans, but I was lucky enough to take her Asian American history class, and I learned so much.
Everyone agrees that in addition to being a groundbreaking scholar, Dr. Uba conveys information in a way that takes complicated theories and paradigms and makes them plain and accessible, and she compels her students to understand and integrate this information into daily life.
I was always really excited to show up to her lectures because she would always insert fun facts and anecdotes during the lectures that would make the class so much more interesting and so much more dynamic and full of character.
My favorite memory has to be going to your 6 a.m. office hours and probably talking to you about the most mundane things possible.
For being a role model as a professor, for writing that letter to Dick Cavett to complain about the racist segment. I remember you told us about that.
One thing I think that's wonderful about that class is it's not just the history of the discrimination and hardships that Asian Americans have faced, but also learning about the innovations and the resilience of the Asian American community.
She always wants to help her students learn from their mistakes. So she's not afraid to tell you if you said something wrong, if your grammar is not not the best in the papers, because she's there as a teacher, as a mentor, to help you grow and learn from your mistakes.
During my past 20 years from the other side of the classroom, Dr. Uba remains a profound influence upon my pedagogy, upon the way I think, and upon the way I see the world. Even though I rarely get to express my thanks to Dr. Uba for all the ways she has empowered me, I carry that gratitude every day.
In the number of conversations and exchanges that Dr. Uba and I had, she has always made me feel seen. And that's a big deal coming from a first-generation Filipina student at CSUN.
my catchphrase for when I'm struggling is like Jesus Christ, right? It's just a habit of mine. And so Dr. Uba was right next to me, and she said, Jesus Christ isn't going to help you right now. And I don't know, that moment, like for a teacher to kind of roast you a little bit, it was really funny. It was well timed, and it made me feel more connected to her.
I believe I speak on behalf of generations of students. To Dr. Uba, I can plainly say, thank you for everything. Congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations on your emeritus faculty status.
You went out of your way to kind of help me, a young person trying to move up and do things in academia, and that taught me that I should take the time to help other folks. So thank you. Congratulations on your retirement. I know the staff and the students will miss you.
I really appreciate all that you do, Dr. Uba, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
So like you said in your interview, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Happy retirement.
And thank you for planting seeds for all these years for all these students.
Congratulations on the legacy you leave for all of us. As always, I don't say goodbye, I say till we meet again, and Godspeed.
Thank you for teaching us, guiding us through our college experience. You have made a big impact on our lives, and we just hope retirement treats you well.
Yeah, Dr. Uba, you've inspired so many of your students. I can't thank you enough for implanting that seed to think for myself. I think it's a very valuable lesson that I take away from you, and I really hope you're staying safe. I wish you the best.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So now we also have a special interview with Dr. Uba that we're going to be showcasing as well.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And I thought that we could maybe first talk about first memories of CSUN.
I came in 1986. David Hayano in the anthropology department had created a class, Asian Americans. And it was the only class on Asian Americans on campus. But he decided to go to Las Vegas and become a professional gambler. So he left the anthropology department. So the anthropology department needed someone to teach those classes. My brother George heard scuttlebutt that they were looking for someone. So he told me about it, and I applied, and I got it. So I taught 1 to 2 sections of the anthro class. The students were quite kind of entitled, middle class.
How are the students now different? How are they now compared to, how they were? Or how have they changed over the years?
I don't think you really want the answer to that question. And then I had heard that there was some faculty that had already established an ad hoc committee to create an Asian American Studies program. And before we were able to hire the chair, Bob Suzuki was really important. He told us, as long as I'm here, take advantage of the fact that I'm here. He's the one who encouraged us to try to become a department. With his impetus, we thought, okay, we'll start working on trying to establish a department. When the department was being established, there are people in the anthropology department that didn't want Asian American Studies established because they thought it would take away from their Anthro 344 class. So they had this petition going around urging me to sign this petition, not knowing I was on the committee to establish that department. And then I heard that one of the other part-timers had applied to Kenyon to teach the class in the Asian American Studies department. The way he saw it, Asian Americans should be discussed as tribes. Oh God, keep him in Anthro. Of course, Kenyon didn't hire him. If you're going to be that far off, in the way you look at Asian Americans, no, we've got to get it out of the Anthro department. And And then when it came to the first time I tried to teach a class in AAS, I had applied for the psych class, but Kenyon gave it to 2 counselors. So since I had all these notes I had worked up to teach the class, that's when I turned it into the book, that first book.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't want all that work to go for waste. And besides, I might be able to teach the class later. I didn't want to dump all of it.
Wow, so you were hoping to teach a class on Asian American psychology. You put all these notes together, and then it wasn't given to you, and then you took those notes and put it together. That's the first book, isn't it? On my knowledge, on Asian American psychology.
No, there was another book. Stan Sue wrote a book. And so I'm no fool. I wrote to Stan and asked him if he was thinking about writing a new edition. And he said, no, I mean, if you're interested in doing another edition with me, I'm fine. I said, well, no, I'm going to try to write another book. So he said, sure. So Stan even wrote the foreword to my book.
Okay, so are you the second? Would you say you're the second person?
The first book was by Stan and someone named Morishima. So yeah, my book was the second book. I mean, there'd been other books that were edited in the 1960s. There were several books that were written in the 1960s. I made mistakes though on that book. Like, I didn't include the first empirical study I saw on Asian Americans. It was done in the 1940s by, sounded like a white guy. And his dissertation thesis was, are Japanese Americans able to speak as loudly as white Americans? So he'd have JAs one at a time come into a room, speak as loudly as they could into this microphone, and then leave. And do that for a bunch of JAs, and then he'd have a bunch of white students come in one at a time, speaking as loudly as they could. And he found, lo and behold, these JAs can speak as loudly as white people. Got his PhD off of it.
Wow, that was a whole thesis.
Yeah,
there's a whole dissertation.
Yeah. That would have been a great one. I should have included it in the book.
What do you like most about teaching?
Talking to the students, especially during office hours. I don't particularly like it when they're wasting my time there. But if they have something to talk about, yeah, okay, that's interesting. I find out stuff that way.
You're famous for your 7 o'clock in the morning office hours.
It's convenient for the 8 o'clock people. And then for the psych students, quite often to do well on their term paper, they need to come to office hours. And they need to come to office hours more than once.
I feel like you really, my observation is that you challenge students and they really rise up to it. You see the brilliance. You bring out their inner brilliance through how you teach.
I feel like it's more, like in the history class, I feel like it's more, they just find this topic so interesting. Just learning the history that they've been deprived of is so interesting. That's what's engaging to them.
Well, I think you make it interesting. It's definitely, a lot of it has to do with the instructor, that it inspires. I think you make the material inspiring and relevant to their current lives, and they get excited. We've got
no, but it just, what I talk about just happens to fit in with what they know, like rotating loan associations. I talk about how in the late 19th and early 20th century, a lot of times Asian Americans would form rotating loan associations. And then students would be going, oh yeah. And that's how my parents got their money for their shop. So it's this kind of stuff where it's just that what I'm talking about fits in with what they're experiencing. They're just not used to being in classes that had anything to do with real life.
Dr. Uba, you have been responsible for encouraging many of the students that have taken your classes to become majors or double majors or minors. What do you want students to come away with their Asian American Studies degree?
Well, what I emphasize to them is how practical it is. You know, people will get on the case of Asian American Studies or Black Studies. First they'll say they're mixed, and of course, it's not a mix. And then they'll say, oh, but you know, it's just, you just learn liberal rhetoric, that you don't really learn anything. But you look at people who are geology majors, you know, what are they gonna do? They're gonna find rocks that are interesting. Why is it that ethnic studies is questioned, but not, say, geology or geography or anthro or some of those other areas? They pick on ethnic studies as being irrelevant, but you're going to meet a lot more Asian Americans in whatever line of work you go into. You're going to meet a lot more Asian Americans than you are going to come across these interesting rock formations. So I emphasize to them too that when they go out on the job market and they're up against UCLA students, that's why I particularly emphasize being a double major, to show that you have initiative, you do more than the minimum required, you're organized, you're ambitious, and all those things show up by double majoring.
Okay, so what do you look forward to in retirement?
Playing piano. I can't sight read anymore.
Wow,
My fingers don't know.
Player.
Yeah, and learn how to use a Bernina sewing machine. I was telling Jason's class that while I was trying to make masks, the first two I did, I laughed so hard I was crying because my masks were so bad. I do wish that I knew how to use a sewing machine so I could just zip, that's one hem, and zip, that's another hem, I'm done. But no. So that should take me several years to get down.
Congratulations on your retirement.
Yay!
But I know you have other things to do for the day. Thank you so much for sharing your memories of CSUN and taking the time from your Sunday Memorial Day weekend. Thank you, Laura.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
And now I would like to introduce Dr. Edith Chen, whom you just saw in that wonderful video interview with Dr. Laura Uba. Perhaps you became more curious about Asian American studies and inspired after taking Dr. Chen's introductory classes or her women's class, or attending one of her talks on Asian Americans and health. Professor Chen will now be providing a few remarks about the commencement procession.
Thank you for that. We will now begin the commencement portion of our program, and Dr. Laura Uba has some commencement remarks to share with our graduating seniors.
Congratulations. Although you're graduating without the impressive ceremony you expected, there's another way in which your graduation is impressive. And there's an aspect to your accomplishment that even your parents don't know about. So I want to take a moment to talk to the parents. Students talk to each other a lot about faculty and classes. Is that class hard? Is that class interesting? And so on. I have a reputation for being a hard grader. It's mostly because whenever there's a poorly written sentence, I point it out, I tell them what's wrong with it, and if there's room on their paper, I'll write an alternative they could have used. So sometimes I'm commenting on every other sentence, sometimes even more than that. Now, the reason students care if an instructor is a hard grader is that a low grade can really hurt your grade point average, and GPA matters a lot to students. Despite knowing my reputation and despite highly valuing their GPA, all but one of the Asian American Studies majors and minors that we're celebrating today took at least one of my classes. That means they had courage to face a challenging class. They had the courage to face a possibly ego-bruising feedback on their writing. And they were so dedicated to learning. You know, usually when students get a paper back, they'll look at the top of the first page, and if there's no grade there, they'll flip to the end to look for their grade. Time after time with these Asian American Studies majors and minors, they didn't do that. They kept looking at the first page. They were reading every comment. And every student I was thinking about when I was looking at the graduation list, they were all like that. So these students deserve respect, not just because they're graduating, but because of the way they're graduating. They didn't look for the easiest pass. They weren't just aiming for C's. I just do good enough to graduate college. That's not what characterized these students. And so they, although are not graduating with the impressive regalia that we all wanted, they still graduated in an impressive way and deserve the respect and congratulations of our whole department.
Thank you, Dr. Uba, for those wonderful commencement remarks. I'm reminded that our achievements are not accomplished alone. Graduating class of 2020, you have the special honor of receiving your bachelor's degree on the 30th anniversary of the department in the presence of our founders, alumni, and pioneers of the field. The bachelor's degree is conferred to those students who have successfully completed their undergraduate studies. Your major and minor in Asian American Studies demonstrates your mastery of the subject of Asian Americans, possession of critical thinking skills about race, immigration, class, gender, sexuality, and writing skills to tell our stories with dignity and respect. Graduating seniors, you're now about to join a special cadre of scholars, educators, leaders, and activists that have become before you and have fought to uplift our communities. The graduation marshal will now call out the names of our graduating seniors. Graduating seniors, as the graduation marshal calls out your name, let this signify your official transition from student to graduate. Please stand as your marshal calls your name and remain standing until all names have been announced. For the majors and double majors, Dr. Uba will be serving as your marshal.
Maya Yang, Emmanuel Vergara, Madeline Tokunaga, Jamel Salapo, Kimberly Rosas de Almeida, Tammy Rosameki Artisac, Megan Fung, Kirby Ortego.
Yeah.
Derek Anthony Alejandro. Angelo Mucia. Alana Yurikitani. Emily Minota. Catlea Namet Marlet. Kyla Rose Lanus. Christina Lee. Angelo Junio. Raven Ipapo San Juan. Jeremy Eustace. Denise Yesaguera. Jocelyn Cruz. Al Cruz. Shelly Baroa.
It is with great joy and pleasure that I introduce next graduating Professor Margot Gamboa Wong project and co-creator of the program for the graduation today, Professor Gamboa Wong. Marshall.
Congratulations, graduating minors. Brianna Pham. Ashley Monton. Carrot Kasemsri. Janine Ju. Professor Hattori likes to teach Asian American literature that teaches and helps students connect family history with national history. He also likes to teach graphic novels and most recently published a book chapter on an examination of Jean Luen Yang's American-Born Chinese and Level Up. Now to announce our student awardees, our very own Asian American literature and graphic novel aficionado, Tomo Hattori.
The Asian American Studies Department consists of honors and scholarships. Attached to the scholarships are monetary rewards made possible by our generous donors. In our honors category, Promising Freshman Award, Brianna Armenta, Guadalupe Hernandez, Armando Leon, Anahi Ortiz, Brianna Perez, Ashley Sanchez, Boris Torres. In our Community Builder Award honor, this year we honor Holly Xiao Chen Lin. In our scholarships, winner of the Asuncion Abarquez and Rose Abarquez Alcantara Essay Award, Tammy Rasamek Kiartasak. Winner of the Yune Shrake Promising Educator Award, Ashley Monton. Winner of the Laura Uba Academic Achievement Award, Jason Kwan. Winner of the Donna Kawamoto Special Achievement Award, Zar Agkawili. This year, we'd also like to announce a special honorable mention for the Donna Kawamoto Award to Laura Perez. This year's winner of the Enrique de la Cruz Social Justice Award, Tammy Rasamek-Kiartasak. Finally, our Kenyon Chan Outstanding Leadership Award winner is Jesse Steiner. We're grateful for the generous and caring support of our distinguished donors, friends, allies, and guests, without whom this AAS virtual graduation, student awards, and 30 years of existence as a department would not have been possible. We wish to recognize our donors, who are Kenyon Chan and Shirley Hune, Pracia Barquez de la Cruz, Enrique de la Cruz, Glenn Omatsu, and Yune Shrake. Now I wish to introduce Professor Hutchison as our next announcer. Professor Hutchison joined our department in fall of 2005 after completing his master's degree in Asian American Studies at UCLA. We're particularly proud of the fact that Professor Hutchison, like Professor Aquino, attended CSUN as an undergraduate majoring in Asian American Studies and later returning to join our department as our esteemed colleague. Professor Phil Hutchinson.
Thank you, and congratulations again to the graduates and awardees. We would like now to highlight our faculty milestones, featuring 3 of our professors of our faculty who have taught in the Asian American Studies Department for 20 or 25 years. First, we are honored to acknowledge Professor Alan Aquino for his 20 years of teaching and service to the Asian American Studies Department. Professor Aquino is the original OG. He, as Dr. Williams-Leon mentioned, he majored in Asian American Studies before there even was a department. Later earning his master's degree in Asian American Studies at UCLA, Professor Aquino is cherished by his students and colleagues. He is a distinguished poet, published author, and has been the master of ceremonies for countless Asian American Studies events. Congratulations on 20 years with the Asian American Studies Department, Professor Alan Aquino. Next, we are delighted to acknowledge Professor Maria Turnmeyer, a gifted writer, performer, and a beloved teacher, for her 20 years of teaching and service to the Asian American Studies Department. Professor Turnmeyer has served for many years as the Asian American Studies Writing Coordinator, helping develop a strong writing program for the department. Congratulations on 20 years with the Asian American Studies Department, Professor Maria Turnmeyer. Lastly, it is our greatest privilege to acknowledge Professor Glenn Omatsu for his 25 years of service to the Asian American Studies Department and the Educational Opportunity Program. Professor Omatsu is loved by his students and respected by his colleagues for his selfless mentoring and dedication to social justice. Among countless honors, he was recognized in 2007 with CSUN's Extraordinary Service Award. And in 2014, the Asian American Activity Center was renamed the Glenn Omatsu House. It is with his example, a quiet, humble, yet fierce fire, that we carry on the work that we do. Congratulations on 25 years with the Asian American Studies Department, Professor Glenn Omatsu. At this time, we're going to be moving into another video, and in light of our virtual graduation, we the faculty wanted to have the opportunity to say a few words of encouragement to the graduates as a means to more formally congratulate you on the graduating class of 2020. And so now we're going to move to a video that highlights those words from us. So, hello.
Hello, Asian American Studies class of 2020.
Hello, class of 2020.
Felicidades, clase de 2020.
And congratulations to the 2020 graduating class in Asian American Studies.
You are, I believe, the 21st graduating cohort of Asian American Studies majors and minors. As new graduates, I for one am delighted to embrace you, not just as friends or former students, but as colleagues.
To the slightly over half of you who took my Asian American Studies 347 class, thank you for putting up with me.
Thank you for taking my classes. I hope they gave you a chance to dream and imagine while reading and writing.
Estamos tan orgullosos de ustedes. アジア系アメリカ人研究学部のみんな、卒業おめでとう。よく頑張ったね。
Thank you for all that you've done and that you will do in the future.
It's been an honor and a privilege to be part of your journey.
All of you have had an opportunity to learn alongside others who are deeply passionate about family, community, and issues of equity and justice.
And as you move on to the next part of your journey, my mind, I think of a quote by Karl Marx. One of his best known statements was his famous last thesis on Feuerbach, where he said, "The philosophers have merely commented on the world. The point is to change it."
The great Toni Morrison once told her students, when you get these jobs that you have been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that if you're free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else.
I want to leave you with a quote from one of my heroes, Yuriko Chiyama, who changed my life when I read about her work. Yuriko Chiyama put forth, "Remember that consciousness is power. Tomorrow's world is yours to build."
All of you are the survivors, the thrivers, the family. Sometimes you're in agony, and sometimes maybe some apathy. But diligently, evidently, each one of you found a strategy to get to this day and this moment, this reality, not a fantasy. May each one of you reach the stars as you blaze across the galaxy.
I hope the consciousness that was awakened and empowered in all of you through your studies, your activism, your human relationships that you've developed and forged in Asian American Studies here at CSUN will guide you to build the future of the world.
As you graduate, think of the new power, the new responsibilities that you hold in your grasp. Your diploma is not only symbolic of your years of hard work, but it too symbolizes a great future ahead.
We're not simply trying to fill your heads with a bunch of facts, but to also equip you with the tools to not just understand the world, but to use that understanding to make the world a better place.
As alum of our Asian American Studies program, you've proven to the world that in addition to having a better sense of critical knowledge and compassion than most, you know how to face any challenge. I wish we could be together in person today, one of the most important days of your lives. I know that we've all had to face difficult challenges during the past few months. But most importantly, I know that this era of the COVID-19 pandemic is not permanent.
However, as times of crisis always bring us opportunities, I believe that we will face these challenges with courage, strength, and determination.
Remember that today is commencement, meaning that it's just the beginning of the next major chapter of your lives. Wherever you go, whatever you do, remember that you have a community of mentors, colleagues, and family that has your back every step of the way.
So congratulations.
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 We're so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
Be proud, be loud, survive, thrive.
Thank you for choosing Asian American Studies,
I love all of you.
and thank you for being our class of 2020.
As always, I don't say goodbye when I part ways with others. I say, till we meet again. Godspeed, and keep in touch. This is Professor Alan Aquino signing off from Panorama City, California. One love, everybody.
I will introduce one of our committee members for the graduation. I'm so thrilled to introduce the Master of Masters, Jason Kwan, a double major in both CTVA, Entertainment Media Management, and Asian American Studies. He's also the Asian American Studies Department Student Assistant and the genius behind the production of this virtual graduation. While we are so happy and excited for our 2020 graduates, and we will surely miss them, we are so glad that we still have Jason for another year with us here in Asian American Studies. Everyone, please give it up for our creative production and technical genius behind this virtual graduation and award ceremony, Jason Kwan. Woohoo!
Hey. Hey everyone. Just want to say congrats on graduation to you guys, and that I can't wait to be you guys next year. So congrats on that. And I had a fun time making all these videos for you guys to watch. And I also had a great time making this next video that I'm going to showcase, which is your guys' message to all of us. So I'm going to play that right now. Okay.
Jason?
Yes.
I'd like to introduce two more students before you play the video. I'd like to introduce one of the newest graduates of the class of 2020, Ashley Monton, majored in political science and minored in Asian American Studies. She just completed her senior thesis on an original qualitative research study focusing on Filipino caregivers in Los Angeles. She recently was accepted to the doctoral program in American Studies at the University of North Carolina. She's one of the student members of the Graduation and Awards Planning Committee and helped coordinate the Laura Uba Student and Alumni Video Tribute. And she has a few words she'd like to share.
Thank you for that, Dr. Chen. That was very surprising. I'm super grateful for you and for everyone at the department. And this has been such a wonderful way to celebrate the graduates, to celebrate everybody. And I'm really grateful to be a part of the graduation planning committee. And I feel it's such a ceremonious way to conclude my time at CSUN. I had a wonderful time making my video and enjoyed seeing everyone come together to celebrate Dr. Uba, to celebrate the department. And yeah, thank you so much, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you to everybody in the comments as well.
Thank you, Ashley. Next, I'd like to introduce Jessie Steiner. Jessie Steiner is a junior majoring in anthropology and with a minor in Asian American Studies. She is one of the Asian American Pathways and Project interns that creates student-initiated programs to address the needs of Asian American and Pacific Islander students across campus. She's also part of the NASA-funded Autonomous Research Center for STEAM Fellow and this year's recipient of the Canyon Chan Leadership Award. She's one of the co-hosts of this event and is doing all the magic camera work behind the scenes. Let's hear a few words from Jessie.
It's crazy to think that I met so many people in here, just like within the past 1 or 2 semesters. So even though, you know, it's been great to know these people as my friends, it's heartbreaking to know that some of my closest friends, that I won't be seeing them this upcoming year. So nonetheless, I'm so proud of everyone and this department, and I hope that we can all go get some lunch together once we can.
class of 2020, so my favorite memories were forged in the AS department and definitely at the Omatsu house. I always looked forward to seeing professors and running into students when I would work in the department, and all the conversations I had with Janaki and Sudabay in the mornings. Those were always going to be treasured memories for me. I also loved all the memories I made at the Omatsu house. I always looked forward to studying with my friends and running into the pathways interns and all the events we had at the Omatsu house. So yeah, those are my memories. Always going to treasure them.
Thank you so much to the Asian American Studies Department for an amazing 4 years. I've definitely learned so much and met such amazing people along the way, and I'm very, very grateful.
Hi everyone, this is Kat Leah. I just want to first congratulate my fellow graduates and also say thank you to the AAS Graduation Planning Committee and to Jason for putting this together. AAS means so much to me. It has allowed me to learn a lot about myself and my history, but has also given me tools to critically think and analyze practically everything. More importantly, AAS has been a place where I found support and community. Truly genuine people actually care about my well-being, but they also challenged me to be a better person. I've made so many connections in AAS where we first started out as students in the same classroom that eventually turned into friendship, and amazing professors who have provided me mentorship like Professor Tracy and Professor Gamboa Wong. If I never went into AAS, I don't think I would have graduated feeling so confident in myself and my abilities and truly feel like a matador. Thanks.
Hey everyone, my name's Ashley. I'm a political science major and an Asian American Studies minor, and I just wanted to say congrats to all the graduates, to all the AAS majors and minors graduated. We did it. But I just wanted to take this time to really say thank you to the department, everyone in the department, the faculty especially, who has been really dedicated and really passionate about what they do. I could name so many people that have contributed to my success academically and personally. Dr. Chen, Dr. Lai, everybody from the department. I couldn't have graduated, or I couldn't have had, found my calling, which is to be within academia. If not for AAS, I could not have been accepted to the PhD programs that I was accepted to if not for AAS. So I just wanted to give thanks, and everything that I will be and everything that I am, I owe to AAS. And yeah, thank you guys for everything.
All right, so my favorite memory in Asian American Studies definitely has to be taking AAS 361 with Professor Aquino. And it was so awesome to learn about Filipino American history and learn about the stories that make me who I am. And to know that my family and other families, other Filipino American families, are a part of that story as well. So I hope to continue that legacy, continue that story. And I'm really thankful for my parents and my family for supporting me throughout this whole entire college journey. And I'm excited for what's ahead. So yeah, thanks, Sisan. Thank you, the Asian American Studies Department. It's been an amazing ride.
Hi everyone, so my name is Tammy Rasanika Tisak, and I will be graduating with a BS in Public Health and a BA in Asian American Studies. One of the most memorable things from Asian American Studies for me was when Professor Uba said my full name correctly without hesitating or stuttering, and it was really impactful for me as a student. I want to thank my parents, my family, and my friends for all the love and the support that they've shown me. I have so much gratitude and appreciation for y'all. Thank you so much. And I want to give a final shout out to Dr. Tracy Buenavista. You are so much more than a professor to me. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. No words can really express how appreciative I am of you. So thank you so much. And finally, to the class of 2020. We did it, y'all. We graduated and we persevered even through a pandemic. And once a matador, always a matador.
My name is Pravir Tego, and I am graduating with a BA in Multimedia Production and a BA in Asian American Studies. First off, I'd like to thank all my friends, my family, for all the endless support, encouragement, and care that they've given me these past few years while I've been attending CSUN, especially in the times that I needed it the most. And of course, thank you to the amazing professors in the Asian American Studies Department for literally everything you do. For all the time and effort and all the things that you share with me and my peers, and for the community. Asian American Studies to me was gaining a little bit more clarity for things that I felt like I was missing in my life. Because without knowing a little bit more history, I felt like I wasn't knowing enough about myself. Because to know history is to know oneself, because with no history, there is no self. So thank you to the Asian American Studies Department for giving me the drive to learn more about who I am. And of course, congratulations to my fellow graduates here in the department. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, this is Maya. Shout out to the AAS department for always making me feel like family. I want to give a special shout out to Kuya Kino, Dr. Bruna Vista, Professor Masakesmi, Professor Chen, and Dr. Uba. Thank you for all of your hard work, encouragement, and guidance. We love you.
Now I would like to introduce Dr. Edith Chen. Or is that me? Okay. So many of you have probably taken Dr. Chen's Asian American Studies women's class, the intro class. You've probably gone to one of her talks on Asian Americans and health. She's been in the department for many, many years, and I would like now to turn it over to Dr. Chen. For the closing remarks.
Vice President for Student Affairs, William Watkins, who could not be here today, congratulates our Asian American Studies graduates, our awardees, and the department's 30th anniversary. He also reminds us about the importance of our work. For anyone who is unclear about the importance of ethnic studies, the tragic events of this week's reminds us that we must work together to bend the moral arc towards justice. In closing, 2020 Asian American Studies graduates, please remember, CSUN's Asian American Studies Department is your forever home. You are now officially our alumni. We hope that the bonds you've forged with each other, the faculty and the staff, will carry you forward in this next phase of life. Please stay in touch with us and each other. Perhaps some of you will return as professors, staff members, research assistants, distinguished lecturers, or donors, or come back just to say hello. We know each of you will take your hard-earned bachelor's degree diploma and your passion for social justice to shine your bright light in making the world a better place. We will now unmute the audio. Please join me in a round of applause and cheers for our 2020 graduates and awardees.
Mila.
Yes, you did it! Yeah!
Hiya, Kamaya. Thanks, Mom. ต้องโยนใช่ไหมโยน
Sophie did it!
ต้องโยน
Parents, your kids did it.
George.
You did it, Gwen.
You provost.
You did it.
We did it.
Oh, thank you. We have you here.
I did it.
You did. Everyone did it.
Are you taking a selfie?
Yes.
Thank you for all our special.
Maybe we can spy him.
Thank you for our special.
Thank you.
You should take a screenshot. Everyone.
Allies, our supporters,
Déjalo.
parents.
Thank you, Jason.
Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Jackie.
Here, we'll put the money in his.
Thank you, graduation planning committee.
Thank you.
For your great
Congratulations.
work. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Edith. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Ashley.
Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you,
Hope to see you in person next year.
Yes.
Please. Please.
We're going to be inviting some of our founders and alumni as guest speakers in our Zoom classes that we're going to have next academic year. So look for that invite.
I got a feeling I'll be home.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you.